Okay. Right. So what I think I will do, I'll recap a few things, but I'm going to go on to the last unit that we need to cover officially. Then we can recap a few things from the last session. I've seen where Romario have emailed me the project to date, and I thank him for sending it in Word, because I did indicate that when I go through it, I will make any little changes or corrections that I see. I will do it in red and resend it to him. All right, I'll do it in red so that you can easily see what I made, maybe changes or suggestions too. All right. I also this morning I will be saying a few things on what the internal assessment should look like or should entail. Because what I have to do, I have to put it together, and then I have to send it to my school for approval. All right, but I'll just be sharing a little bit with you as to what it should entail. All right. Then you would have the two Microsoft units to do. I saw in the group persons were asking when this assessment will be, when the assessment will be. All right. The first thing you have to understand is that the 6 weeks training must be completed. But during the 6 weeks training, it would mean that I would be requesting the assessment date, right? So it must be a date after the 6 week, but not far from, right? I'm not in a position to tell you which date that is at this point in time. I know that the institution will be communicating with Holaba, to streamline some other administrative details where that is concerned. Okay. All right. So, Tanil, Romario, Shanique, Tamaya, and Davian. Where is Nikisha? Anybody in contact with Nikisha? Anybody communicates Briscoe or Crystal Swaby? Romario, I saw where you indicated that is Nikisha, is Crystal one of the persons that you say that you got in touch with? Romario. Oh wow, good. So I wonder if she's able to come on today. I'm not seeing Nikisha. It would. What did I say, Romario? Let me see. Sasha, she's having internet problems. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So let us look at create and maintain a merchandising display. Let us look for that unit. Create and maintain a merchandising display. Anyone find it already? If you find it, you can tell us which page. No one? Create and maintain a merchandising display. All right, I think I find it. All right, it's page 43. It's page 43. Daniel, you hear that?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Shanique? Shanique, your audio sound away. Tamaya, what's up? You hearing?
Find the page.
All right, wonderful. Davian, Cameron, any success?
Great, sir.
Yeah, man, look for it. I think I'm gonna try and see if I can find a call Nikisha.
You said page what, sir?
43.
Okay.
Briscoe. NIC. I call in Briscoe.
Hi, baby. Yeah, I'm okay.
Getting voicemail. Call again. In the meantime, Romario, does everyone in the group have a copy of that project?
Don't, sir.
Pardon me?
No, we don't have a copy.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, you don't. All right. What the copy that you need to have is a finished one, though. All right. Everyone should have a Romario, not of the updated one. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe you don't need to send it out as it. Maybe after I send it back to you, what you need is a copy of the finished one. All right, because that will be yours for life, and you can use it for reference or anything. So it's not really a problem that you really may not have it right now. Good. All right, so I guess everyone is at page 43 with me. Create and maintain a merchandising display. Now, as you realize, this is what you're actually doing, So that the planning that you're presently doing is in order to create the merchandising display. And of course, when that is done, then it needs to be maintained. All right, it needs to maintain. You will be maintaining it for a few hours. For a few hours. But in reality, it. Oh, hold on. Good morning, Johnson. Yeah, we're waiting on you. Yeah, man, I'd resent it to you, because when I sent it to the group, as a wrong email I put in for you, and then I sent it back because they have an email that have a L in the name, the Gail. I had Gail instead of Gay. So that one was sent in the first group, and then I resent it. You don't see it? You sure? All right, please check back and see if you don't see anything, two things coming from me, and if not, then I'll have to just resend it back to you. Or maybe I can ask one of the classmates to send it to you. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because oh no, I'm not sure. But I could ask somebody to forward the link to you. You want me to do that? All right. All right. Could anyone forward the link to Sasha Gay Johnson 101 at gmail.com? Who trying to do it? She said she never see the mail from me.
Man, creep, box up that now.
Ramara is a tech man. Ramara, you hear that? You can forward it to Sasha Gay 101 at Gmail. All right, do that, please. Please. Sasha Gay. All right, so if anything, we try to link her back. Right, so as I was saying that the planning that you have been putting in place is in order to create.
Question: is it the Johnson not supposed to be in it, or is it just Sasha Gay 101?
No. Sasha Gay Johnson, one word,
more.
like one word.
All right, no problem.
Yes. All right. So the planning and the meetings, the Zoom meetings that you're doing, and of course, persons will have to meet up physically soon, and all of that is in an attempt to create a display. All right. The effect of the display is dependent on the level of planning and execution that will take place. All right. I don't know if this was discussed by the host. Was it yesterday at the meeting? I also said that during the display, you should have a role play with a normal customer. You should have a role play with a supplier. And last but not least, you should have a role play with a dissatisfied customer. A dissatisfied customer. I don't know if it's an angry customer. I don't know, but you should have a dissatisfied customer, a person who has a complaint. Was that discussed? Romario, no. Oh. So Romaro, you can talk to me sometime and you're texting so much. Right. So remember, when I say that persons need to know your product. But what is even more important than just knowing the product? What is more important than knowing the product? It is knowing the benefits that the product will provide. How useful that product will be to the potential buyer. So if you promote that aspect of the thing, then 9 out of 10 you will sell the product. So from now you have to start rationalizing who will be the normal customer who comes in and who will be the person interacting with that customer. How would you deal with a supplier? And how will you deal with a disgruntled customer? A dissatisfied customer? Alright. Now, that was discussed in detail in the last class. That was discussed in detail in the last class. Alright. Alright. So obviously, I realize that it is really important that the recorded classes, that you get access to the recorded classes. So not to worry. As I said, I look for all of them that Miss Cole have sent me, and I will forward it to the group. All right. So let us look at the competencies that are required to create and maintain a merchandising display. Determine the requirements for display. Okay. Determine the requirements for. I was just looking to say this look like something that we discuss, but I'm realizing that some of the units are close in terms of the information, like some of them cross. So right. So all right. Determine the requirements for the display, and now that is a skill, That is a skill. I have no doubt that is a competence that you're already showing me that you have, because I realize that persons are identifying the things that they want for the display. Question: the type of display. Have you decided on the type of display? Because I'm not looking at the document yet, We're talking right now. What type of display will you be using?
The banners. Right, Mark? Right, Romario? Pull up banners.
Oh, no. You still have it wrong. Still have it wrong, man. When it comes to types, pull up banners. When it comes to types of display, you're talking about, are you having a window display? Are you having a wall display? Are you having a floor display?
Oh,
You get what I say?
yes,
Right.
sir.
Yeah, man. So that is very important. 9 out of 10, like, you remember, this is nothing that we have never seen, I guess I guess when we go into the supermarkets and stuff, most of them are floor displays that they use. Most of them floor displays. A window display doesn't necessarily need anyone there. That's why they just put up the display and persons passing by will see it. Not a lot of interaction with the public there. Persons interested persons then would maybe come into the building and if they are interested, and then ask questions with regard to window displays. All right, wall displays could be inside, could be outside. Mario said, "Oh yes, it's floor displays." Right, right, no problem. Floor display and banner display. Why you people call it a banner display though? Okay, all right. You remember, banners come under visual signs. There's just one sample of a visual sign, a banner. Just as well, if you have a poster, that's a visual sign. Visual signs can be electronic too, and stuff. So, why you keep? What's the concept of this banner display? Is the banner is going to be there as a visual sign?
So yeah, so you have banner displays because some persons they will, like, for example, like for certain events, they will use their banners, like pull up banners. So you have like one at the entrance, maybe one at the next door or so.
Yeah,
It all depends on the event though. So that's
yeah.
why I said a banner display.
All right, no problem. But the reason why I wouldn't want to call it a display is because it's kind of confusing with the real exhibition, which is also a display. So banners, where they're gonna put one at the door, one beside the display itself. They are they are just complementary
And
visual.
for some events, they would have like the feather banners.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they have the one that goes in tents or wherever
yeah,
you're having a table wise, the backdrop or so.
right. But what they do, they complement the actual this, because all banners are really to provide information and maybe to appeal and attract. But nobody not coming to buy banners. They're
Yeah,
coming to
yeah.
look. You're coming to look at the products, right? So that our services that you're offering. So good. I'm sure. Remember, we did say that we want a banner. Our banners. The next thing, though, Romario, please ensure. Let me just repeat it again. I can't talk. Can't say these things enough. That whatever big thing they have on display, like you have a banner or you have a good size poster. Also, please ensure that you have a miniature sample of it that will go as part of your attachment in the project. So if you have a big banner, you must have a small picture of your banner, which will be a part as an attachment.
Yeah. It's in the project already.
Oh, interesting. Good.
Okay.
Right. All right, so where are we now? Determine the requirements for displays. Identify the purpose, the audience, and products for each display. I guess you have done that. Identify organizational requirements and research relevant information where required. Relevant information in terms of, you see, it's something I take some little things simply. You see, even all persons say you're doing the tie and dye shirt and persons say, all right, where you get the dye? And then your persons, that's part of this, so it can be as simple as that, or it can be more technical. you know. But I see where you're doing these things. Identify available budget. I see people putting some costs to some things already, and resource required to create the display. Straight up your alley. So the things that I am talking about now, it is things that you're living. You're doing it. You're doing it, and I encourage everybody to get as involved as is humanly possible. Because when you go through these experiences, you can't pay for that. Can't pay for that. That's self-development, right? And knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Which one is more power? Knowledge or skills? Which one have more power? Shanique, cannot hear. Oh, Shanique, can Shanique talk a thing muffled? Shanique,
Yes, sir.
Shanique, that is you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you sound good. You sound good.
Thanks.
All right, good. Which one have more power, Shanique? Skill or power? Skill or knowledge? Skills is power. Knowledge is power. Right.
I
Which
would
one have
say
more power?
I would say skill, because with skill it also comes with knowledge.
Oh, hell. Roy. How much I will give you out of 10 for that? 9.5? I'll give you the 10 minute no. And I don't give away marks so easily, you know. People have to earn it, but if you earn it, you get it. I would say skills, because it's skill have to be accompanied with knowledge. Because yeah, what can I say? I just always say skill is power, but knowledge is tied up there. That's the same. So yeah. So that's all I'm saying to you. When you people talk these things, you see when I got this, let me tell you, people, when I got this Zoom meeting, and I see people having it, and I commend Romario for coming up with the idea, and I commend persons who go in and participate. Give your opinion, give opinions, whatever. Agree to disagree, vote on things. But you see, as long as at the end of the day, you achieve the objective. So what I do not want from these meetings, Romario, is people contradicting so much till at the end of the day, you only discuss one thing where you really wanted to discuss 10. Right? Because that can't help you now. That can't help you now. You need to discuss things, put meaning to it, look at the relevance of the things, and actually say that you people, that this thing will work. As long as you're a part of this group, this retail merchandiser group, everyone need to have a positive outlook on it. Everyone need to know. I hear Romario said the other day, him no talk a lot, but I don't know what foolishness him talking when him say him don't talk a lot, because everybody have to, on that day, everybody have to know that them can talk. And if required to talk, you talk. All right? I'm happy though. I'm happy though that when I call upon persons during this interactive session, persons normally respond. But sometimes I realize when I put out general questions to the group, no, persons don't readily pick up that question and try to answer. Sometimes we have dead space, dead air answer. But I guess, as I say, I guess it comes with this online thing at times. Answer. So I'm not complaining a lot because I have always been, I'm the old fashioned type person who like the face-to-face thing, but we have to changes is inevitable, and if we cannot adjust and adapt to changes, we will go, what you call it now, irrelevant. Yeah, we become irrelevant. Tamaya, you want to say something to me?
Oh, sorry, sir, sorry.
No, but you can say something anyway. All
Oh,
right.
it's my son talking to me. Sorry.
All right, no
I never
problem. All right, identify and consider constraints. Going to talk about this thing now. Identify and consider constraints or factors that may affect the creation of the display. All right. Whenever you're doing a plan, always always make adjustments and arrangements for I wanted contingency. I was going to say consistency, I said, but why am I saying contingencies? Always make arrangements for contingencies. Another name for contingent plan is a backup plan. A backup plan. So we're going to use this, but in case this don't work or we don't get this, then we can use that for argument. I'm just giving some examples. All right. So when they say identify and consider constraints or factors that may affect the creation of the display, do you readily see anything like that right now? Based on what? Based on your planning so far, do you see anything that could affect the creation of the display? And if so, could we put it out on the table now? This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. When I put out general questions, nobody.
participating in class.
Sorry, Romario, you sent the thing to Sasha? Moncrief? Oh, him say yes. Him say yes. Hold on. All right, people, think about what I said. I'm calling Sasha right now. But you remember what I said a while ago? What was my question? James, you remember my question?
You was asking about the
All right, don't kill yourself. I'll just repeat it. I'll just repeat it. Listen, I was saying, during your planning, you see, during the planning, the team is planning. Do you see anything that may affect you from creating this exhibition in the way that you want it? Because I know, you know, as a team, you know, you don't want any flop thing, you know. You don't want to set up a mediocre presentation. Even though I don't want persons to go and put themselves out of pocket. You know, try to do it within budget. So let us say that you really want to get 6 baby formula. But if you buy, let us say you were to buy them. If you were to buy 6 baby formula, it would pressure you a lot. But maybe you could comfortably afford 3. Then 3 is what you need to put to give. I'm just speaking in a vacuum, just talking. So what I'm saying is, during your planning so far, do you see anything that would prevent you from putting the type of display that you really want? And if so, what is it? And what I'm doing, you know, is pricking your logistic skills. Shani, mash up my question a while ago and get like 10 out of 10. What I'm doing, pricking your logistic skills, because and you need to jot these things down when you're putting it together to say what are the things that you need at the location. Because let me tell you this, you know, people. If you overlook a particular, let us say you wanted a extension card. Let us say you wanted an extension card. You have to plan for these things from before you write it down and find out anybody have an extension that them can carry from home, or we need to find out will the institution the communique that we sent to them, we're asking them to provide us with a list of them all the tools and so that they will have available for us. But let us just forget that they put anything. Let me just go back on my example. So our extension card, plug in. You see, you overlook that, for argument's sake, people. And on the day, now, when you're at the location, when you're putting the things together, you say, extension card. Anybody carry extension card? All of a sudden, that small item become the most major problem. So don't take anything for granted and tie people, old people accountable for certain things. So they say, Shanique, you are required to carry 3 marker. Tamaya, you must carry 1 chalkboard. Tanil, you must carry whatever. So, and you write it down, and these things are recorded, documented, and everybody know their role and know their responsibility. That's the only way you can come out with a better presentation on the day and ensure that you corner up all the ends them. I did say that it would be nice to do a small brochure, to have a brochure on display, and the brochure gives you a little history of the company and what the company specializes in, and a few of the company's products. And also the brochure fold in a particular way, like a leaflet that is folded. That's a brochure. All right. Yes. So the logistics, extremely important. Do not miss anything. And when you're discuss all aspects of the thing. All right. So as I was saying, anything that you think could cause a problem, and if so, what would that be? Let me see if I can get Sasha. It says Sasha is on another call. Is it that she using her phone to get? I don't know. Oh, she calling me back now. Sasha. Romari had sent the link to you now. What's up? Yeah, you hearing me? Huh? What you say, Johnson? Right. Romari had sent the link to you now. He had emailed it to you. It's not Sasha Gay 101. Hold on, Jesus. I hate WhatsApp calls. Anybody have any information for me yet? Yeah. I was saying, Romario, is email the link? Is email Sasha the link? Yeah, he said yes, he said that him email it to you. Sasha Gay 101 at Gmail. Yeah, man, Sasha Gay Johnson 101. Him same email you. Your link. Huh? Oh, you're looking for it as we speak? So she can't afford for the on a class now, man.
Sean send it in the group.
Huh?
Sean send the link in the group.
Tamaya. Oh, so says you see it. Come here, talk to the group. Said time when I talk to you, you know. All right, so log on. I'm gonna just. Oh, I'm saying WhatsApp. Yeah, WhatsApp. You see it? Oh, all right. So I'm gonna tell me school to look for you now, cause you're gonna try to get on. All right. Good. All right. So that is Sasha. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna call my school and tell my school for this stuff, cause my school very busy, you know. Good. And we all. Hey, I'm not company constraint yet. Coley, one of the students gonna be trying to get on. So yes, named Sasha Gay. Oh, she can't come on. Oh, come here. Oh, that's like okay. She should get on. Okay. All right. Good. No problem. People, Davian jump off a while ago. Maybe something go wrong. I don't know. All right. All right, Romario. Romario, is there anything you could add to that question that I asked? Anything you can share on that? If you're doing a business plan, you see, Romario, repeat the question. All right. The thing was identify and consider constraints or factors that may affect the creation of the display. So if you have to think of possible things that could provide a negative outcome in the entire display or some aspects of the display. Because if when you can identify these, then you can try to plan around them in the event that. So let us say one of the things that could pose a problem is, let us say you was doing fresh and frozen foods. And one of the things that could cause a problem would be a power cut. All right. One of the things you see, because I never used to work with an online platform, because you know what Miss Cole just told me? She just said because she transferred me as a host now. When somebody tries to get on, they get on very easily because from them have the link, because I'm already the host. So Sasha should just be able to come on. Right. So you're doing fresh and frozen foods. And one of the constraints could be a power outage. So what's the backup for that? A generator, for argument's sake. Of a generator on standby.
Generator.
Yeah, you know, stuff like that. That's just an example. But I don't see persons coming up with anything right now, so we're not going to maybe stick around too long on that. All right. The next thing is developing display ideas. That's a competence that you must have. If you put together a good display, then it meant that you had that competence. Right? But what are the performance criteria? What is it that you need to can do in order to show us that you had that competence of developing display ideas?
Sir, for the question before, pertaining to the question, well, for our exhibition, I think the only thing we have, as you said before, persons not carrying what they're supposed to carry.
Okay.
And I had discussed it with them yesterday that if anything, when the date is finalized, I think maybe the day before I will collect everything from everybody because I will be driving that day. So I will collect everything from everybody the day before, and I will just head there, like in the morning, early in the morning, head there.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, cause me
And
no want to
persons.
get left behind and people run out late and forget this and we need it and yeah.
So it comes right back to the whole point of when we talk about the logistics and you delegate responsibility. So persons must know what they are responsible for. They must know, and you need to document it.
Yeah, cause when I normally do the branding work, we always like whatever event we're going, we make a list.
Okay.
And we normally pack the van from like the day before.
The day before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Good.
pack the van. So all them have to do is just when we reach, we just drive out. So nothing is
Let me ask
supposed
a
to get
question
left.
though. Based on your links, you see, you have access to a pricing gun?
No, me have to search see if we can get access to one.
That's why I say based on your links. All right. Yeah, and another thing, I don't know, you people, anybody has ever seen the movie New Jack City with Wesley Snipes? He played a gangster role. It wasn't a good image. But anybody ever saw that movie, New Jack City?
Not me, no.
Okay. But anyway, the long and the short of it is that their syndicate, they had a motto: I am my brother's keeper. All right. So they weren't doing things that was very positive, but the motto was good. I am my brother's keeper. What I'm saying to you is that everybody must know their responsibility and everybody else's responsibility. You see, if it's Romario alone, know everybody's responsibility, and not just dead. Remember me telling you. Everyone must know their responsibility and everybody else's responsibility. So Tamaya must know that she is responsible for X and Y, but she must know that Davian is responsible for Q and Z. And Davian must know that Tamaya is responsible for X and Y, for argument's sake. Right? And ensure that whatever you're responsible for, you get it early. You put it one side from early, pack your liquor box. So that when Romario say I'm collecting, him will get them. I'm gonna get them. All right. I'm sure that arrangements will be made for transportation for individuals by the center, by Boys Town, to go to the location and back at a central point. All right. But you have to ensure that you're tying down the things. So you're putting together a nice document, but ensure that the things that are identified in the document, you're actually working on them physically. Moving on. Test ideas against display and organizational requirement. Test ideas. So you have to try and put it into practicalities. You see, remember when I say even simple things like how you deal with a normal customer or you provide information, you have to try these things, Try these things, whether or not WhatsApp each other and do some mock play. So, try it 1-2 times a week. So, so you get kind of comfortable with it. So that on the day you just do it because you got this, because you have been trying it. You have been trying it. Davian, what to say about that?
Sure.
Davian, we miss you. We miss you a lot, though. To be honest.
Sir, I'm currently in the country, that's why, and I haven't been feeling well.
Oh, okay. Boy, we still miss you though. All right. So, yeah, man, you have to try these things. The disgruntled customer. Who's gonna be the disgruntled customer? And who gonna deal with the disgruntled customer? I want to hear that from now. A Shanique, you know? A Shanique the disgruntled customer. Why? No, sir. So, Shanique, you buy
Whatever you want to do, my dad.
you buy a soda and you take a start, you take bump up the baby mouth. You lip them bump up. But they have to find some way to tell you, say, a sanitizer, never a sanitizer soda.
You have to call it off.
Yeah, and stuff. So you may be a young mother and not understand certain things, so they should be able to can provide advice and stuff. But it's just you have to come up with something like that, a disgruntled customer. Please remember, though, you know, if the level of the complaint, the nature, based on whatever the complaint is, if it is bigger than you who is on the floor to make a decision, then you must inform professionally and pleasantly, inform the customer that you are unable to make a decision, that you're unable to make a decision on it, but you will pass on the information to your supervisor. If the supervisor is there, then you immediately go to the supervisor and talk about it so the supervisor can come and address it. If not, then you need to ensure that you document the complaint, ensure that you ask questions. When the person you're jotting it down and you paraphrase, like you say, all right, let me see if I have this correctly now. Miss James, you are upset about this, that. She will confirm it. Or if you get something wrong, she will point it out, say, no, that's not what I'm saying. You have that one right, but the third one, that is wrong. And hopefully you come across a customer who don't have so much complaints. 1, 2, 3, that's a lot. Maybe hopefully you don't want to make things more difficult than what you need to. So one complaint. And hopefully the person on the floor should be able to can deal with it. So in that case, I want to see the customer service skills coming out. Use of language. The customer don't necessarily have to be speaking English, you know. Standard English, you know, as we know it, you know. But the representative of the business should be speaking acceptable English. You know, we have different levels of English. Right? Most of us, including myself, do not speak standard English, Queen's English, but we speak at an acceptable level. Let me tell you something. One of the first marketing and sales class that I had at Stony Hill as a young instructor at the time, and we have a group, and the group was about like 28 persons in the class, and you know, Jamaicans, and we come from diverse, we come from different parishes. Stony Hill is a Stony Hill Art Academy. It's a residential institution, so therefore we have trainees from all over the island. The ones that travel normally come from the carpet area, and then you have the ones from the rural areas who board. So we are aware that different parts of the island people speak differently, you know, only go away. All right. What I realized was that we need to come up with some way to force people to speak better. All right. So now I was a group instructor, the skill instructor, because they have other subjects, and I have the English and the math, and they have the IT and stuff. But the skill area person will see them for like 3/4 of every day, Monday to Friday. So I can live with them, or they live with you. All right. Miss Cole, I see you coming back as host. So you take the hosting from me back for. So what we created was a standard English day. Created a standard English day. And by doing so, let us say that on a Tuesday, from you enter that classroom, as long as you open your mouth, it must be standard English. If not, then it's gonna cost you. So if you anything that comes out like Creole or patois, well, we could call it patois, and then it's gonna cost them. And that time it would be something like $10, but $10 was much stronger than what $10 is today. All right. So you see, when we just started it, when it comes to Tuesday, it's a silent class for having people. Most people not saying anything. But then eventually persons bought into it, and persons start and everybody made mistake and paid money, including the instructor. Everybody, including me. But at the end, I think that course lasted there were some long courses, like 8 months to a year. But I can assure you that at the completion of the training, let us say we implemented it. Let us say it's a 1-year training, but we implemented it after the first 2 months. So let us say that we did 8 months of it. After the 8 months, what was happening, that everyone in that class had a greater command of the English language, was speaking much better, including the instructor, me. So I am sure that when those persons went out for their first interview, they was leaving high school, them come, them do them training, and go. I'm sure that when they went for their interviews, they would have represented themselves much better than the competition from elsewhere who was applying for the same jobs. Unless the competition had more experience, but you understand? If you put all of them on the same level, they would have performed much better. So I am saying to you that while the customer can utilize any language that they want, except indecent language. We don't want anybody cursing indecent language in their role play. The representative from the what's the name of the business again? Little Cuties. What's the name of the business?
Cute baby, cute. Guys.
No, you make me laugh from time to time, Anyway, let me call it Little
Little
Cute.
cuties, baby.
All right, people, whatever you say. It's on the page, so we're good. All right. The workers, the merchandisers in this case, right? So you're playing a double role, like you're a customer service rep, because you are a customer service rep. That's why they want you to have good customer service skills. So you're multitasking. You people must be speaking English. It doesn't have to be the Queen's English, as I said, but you must be speaking at an acceptable level. All right, that's all I'm asking. All right, moving on. Discuss display options with relevant personnel. The display options, different types of display that you could use, and the different ways that you could put together that display and the different things that you put in it. And of course, when I say your planning must be from a pin to an anchor. So let me tell you this, tablecloths are important. Tablecloths. Important. It wrap a lot of things. It wrap a lot of things. It cover a lot of things. So, you know, the persons can be using some board thing, but because you have the fabric, it doesn't have to be tablecloths. Fabric. Wrap the legs and stuff. You would never know. You cover the blocks that you put the table on. You never know, say some ugly old block underneath there. Or so. Or some box or some crate. Some drinks crate you did use as foundation. You wrap them. Wrap them. That's why you have what you call those persons when you keep in the party and them come and them decorate a place for you. Right? And they use fabric and create miracles. You'd never believe. All right. Modify display ideas and refine according to feedback and confirm with relevant personnel. So you see, because what they're talking about here, you know, is displays that last over a period of time. So if you're doing a display for a 1 week period, then you're better able to modify answer based on feedback and observation, and even you coming up with a better idea. And you can tweak it here, tweak it there. But you won't have the luxury of that. Your displays are one-off, so you just give it your best shot. Just give it your best shot. Persons will tell you that anybody here used to go to when going out was on. Anybody here used to watch any of the plays, whether a Roots play or the one that keep at center stage with Glenn Campbell and those people. Anybody here watch plays? Anybody here watch plays? Who is that whispering? Who is whispering? Who?
Yes, sir. I went to one before.
All right, Tamaya. All right, listen now. The reason that I ask is that, you know, so most of these plays, they run for 3 months and so, you know. All right? People who love to go to plays will tell you that when it does just open, it's not the best time to go. It's not the best time to go. Because a lot of them tweet them thing over time because they look and see how the audience respond, and sometimes they realize that, oh, them did say it, them didn't say that statement here. If them did say it the next week, it would have been more comical, it would have more effect. And so say after you go to a play that has been running for like 4 weeks and so, then you're going to get a better performance. When you go, you're going to enjoy the experience more than maybe the persons who went in opening night. You understand what I'm saying? Well, it's the same way for the display. You have in a 1 week, a 7-day display or a 5-day display. I'm sure that over time they will make little tweaks and so to it based on how the comments that persons make. Even within the company, you may have more experienced persons passing through and give suggestions and stuff. You who is created and maintaining the display on your own, you can come up with better ideas how to make the thing more impactful and so it's not written in stone. It has to be flexible and you know, ever changing. All right. Planned and build displays. Develop ideas into simple display plans. I think you're doing that. Source resources, materials, and products to meet planned and requirements. So based on what you plan, I hear Omaro just say him not feel so comfortable right now with people sourcing the resources required. You see, like how the resources have been identified, we have to. Class, I don't see Sasha come on.
I was wondering the same thing, Fiona.
All right. Because the resources have been identified, people need to find means and ways of sourcing them. Create displays following display plan. All right, so you must work according to the plan. So the plan, is really the document that you're putting together for me, That is a plan, So you need to carry out, execute your activities based on the plan. And that's why I said I want everyone, Romario, as I was saying, as soon as I give it back to you, and you whatever change up some things here and there, you send it to everybody. So everybody very intimate with the information in the plan. So when questions are asked about the exhibition, the display, if them ask Tamaya 5 questions about it, whatever response she give them according to the plan, if them go and them ask Shanique the same set of questions, the information should basically be the same. If them ask Tanil or so. All right. Seek assistance from relevant personnel where required. So always seek help if you need help. Never be ashamed to ask for help and stuff. And that's why I asked Amara if I have any contact can borrow a price gun. That's for argument's sake. Because pricing and did I tell you a couple days ago, way back, that you must have a displayed price list? Did I say it?
No, you did not.
No, man. Who said that? Who said that? Tamaya. Maybe you went to the class, but no, Willa, maybe you went to the... You can't say it to them.
It's not
Yeah,
me,
that-
Sean.
Tamaya
It's
and
Sean.
Shani.
Sir, you said that we should have a price list and also we could have the price like on cards as well or something like that. Different,
I'll showing a separation between single and wholesale.
right?
Yeah, man. So somebody, I say, I think different from Tanil is at a lot of classes, to be honest, and Romara is at all the classes. I want to say Tamaya, but I don't even know. But you can't, especially if you're not at a lot of class, you can't say me, you never did say. You have to say, sir, well, if you say it means that I wasn't at that class, but that's good. But you need to have a price list. So all the products that you are exhibiting that are on display, you must have a price list for them. All right. What's the last thing here? All right. Review display and make refinements as required. All right. I said I called it an evaluation. It's the same thing as review. So you're going to give me a summary, but that has to be done after the presentation. You send it to me. It goes into your final document as an attachment. That's the same. You're going to talk about what were the success of the project, the exhibition. All right, did it achieve? You can remember, you're going to have objectives, what is it that you intend to achieve by carrying out this activity. So you have to give a little evaluation as to what were the objectives that were achieved, what were the objectives that were not achieved. If they have objectives that were not fully achieved, what do you think were the constraints? What do you think were the reasons that caused that to happen, right? Or what is it that could have been implemented, you think, to avoid and overcome that barrier, right, in the going forward? So yeah, you give a little review of the thing. What do you think was the impact? What was the impact? What was the benefits derived from carrying out this activity? You know, yeah, my computer, right? So these are generally. What's the last one? The last competency is maintain the display. All right. I don't want persons to look at the information that they say you need to know how to maintain a display. I'm gonna ask you, how you maintain a display?
Keeping the area clean and just and make sure everything in order.
I think you're gonna say clean and tidy, because that looks like a straight out of my thing. But yes, so that's the first thing. You need to keep your display area clean and tidy. You must be sanitizing. If there are products that are damaged or outdated, you must remove them. Okay, maintain it. Because your display, if your display lasts for 5 days, your display should look the same. It should look fresh and nice, fully stocked. Whatever you call fully stocked, it must look like that. All right. And of course, anything that you see needs to be tweaked or altered, or so you do it based on requirement. You need to ensure that the structure, the physical structure that you put in the display on, it maintains its integrity. So, so if the table over time, you see one of the table foot, that's so good, because you don't want, while the display going on, one of the table foot give way and everything spread out. So if you find out, say you have a problem with one of the table foot, either you're going to replace the table or you repair the foot, or part of the fabric that should cover somewhere, it exposing the ugly board under the fabric. Please remember that safety, the workplace health and safety, is important through the entire thing. All right, time now. Time for me to talk about the test. You go to that?
Sir, and when is the Mario did say one ask, when is the
You know, so I spoke about that today. I
Sir,
saw
you're
it
not
in the
giving
WhatsApp group
you're
when
not giving me a
persons were
date.
asking when is the assessment, when is the exhibition, and I said earlier that the 6 weeks of training, you must complete your 6 weeks of training, and then the assessment date will be because I have to request the assessment. So after you do the test for me. After you do the test for me, and I have that grade, and I have the project that you give that I will be marking, I have that grade, and you have the IT grade, request the assessment. All right. So that date will have to be a date after the 6 weeks. but not far from it. That's what I said this morning. So, but I'm not in a position today to can tell you what date that is. That has to be something that Miss Cole and Boys Town and the assessment person at Boys Town will decide, and then the information is communicated to you. The good thing about it, you don't have any perishable products. Your things can last good while based on the nature of your company. If you were doing fresh and frozen food, so we're going to have to buy vegetables and fruits and meat, and so then that would pose a problem. Okay, you understand? If you don't have a direct date. But while you're getting up your stuff now, not a problem. Baby buckle and them something. Not a problem. So that's what I can say about that. All right. Any other questions before I start to talk about the test? All right.
Guys, yes, not.
What? Yes, Tamaya.
Did I guess not?
Oh, okay. I guess not also. I give in Sasha one more call. Let me see if I
Sir,
put
Sasha,
I'm
the
here.
Sasha on the thing.
Sasha.
Yes, sir.
You don't say a bad girl. Sasha Screechy, come on and see if she had it for true.
I'm
It's,
there.
it's because I never pressed participants and I was only looking at the big screen in front of me and your name never come up because your Screechy come on after. But all right, officially welcome. So today, let me take a picture of the participants today. Today is not a bad day compared to some other days. Crystal Sewell. Well, Romario says she's having internet problems. So Sasha. Sasha? Sasha, you're not hearing me again? I wanted her to tell me what you come on and heard me talking about. What I don't know. All right. Now, the first thing, everybody hearing me now, because remember, this is important thing I'm talking about now, So I need everybody one at a time to tell me if they're hearing me. Tamaya, are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Romario, sir. People may not hear Romario, I tell him. Listen. All right, I'm saying here. Sasha, are you hearing me, miss? What? Sasha? Sasha Gay Johnson? No. Shanique, you're coming through loud and clear today. Shanique, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir, I am here.
As usual, you're coming through loud and clear. You remember you had the discounted customers, Shanique?
I don't remember, sir.
Davian, are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
All right, good. Tanil.
Yes, sir.
All right. So where Shasha come and disappear again? All right. First thing is that my test will comprise some multiple choice questions, some short answer questions. I may have some true and false questions. And closing off, I would have a case study. So Could someone repeat the errors that I just said? Because you people pay attention skills not so sharp.
Multiple choice, true and false questions.
Yeah. You see, my point is better. So multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Let me just remember that
Yeah.
multiple choice.
Yeah, that's what I started talking about. And then I said short answers. Short answer questions. And then I said I may have some true or false questions. That's up. May have it. And we have a case study. So let me talk about each of them. First on multiple choice questions. All right. Multiple choice questions are not easy and they are not hard. You learn anything from that? What did I say?
They are not easy and they are not hard.
No. It's either them right or them wrong. So in a multiple choice question, let us say I have 4 possible answers. It is 1 right answer and 3 plausible answers. So if a multiple choice question is written, good enough. I not telling you my questions will be excellent, but listen, if a multiple choice question is written good enough, all of the answer them, we kind of look like them right, But you have to choose the best answers, because sometimes more than one answer could be acceptable, or one better than one. So you have to choose the best answer. Daniel?
Yes,
You have to
sir.
choose the best answer. And why is this so? Why is this so? When persons mark multiple choice, you mark it based on a scheme. So the person marking the paper get the answer. The answer sheet, it said number 1, B, number 2, A, number 3, D, number. So it means say if number 1 is B, even if C was an answer that could be acceptable, B was a better answer. So that person not gonna look and say C was, when you have C, it's not gonna look to say if C could have did you. It's either you have B or you don't have B. Do you understand what I'm saying to you people? So it means that you have to start reread the information and stuff, because my questions can only come from the information that you get and what we discuss in class. All right. So we're having about 10 of those, 10 multiple choice questions. Then we're having some short answer questions. Short answers, meaning that the answers should be short. So, so sometimes to ensure that the answers are short, we draw lines, and you can draw an additional line. So it means that when you talk about short answers, we don't want any author in the class to be writing a book when we only wanted some small information. Zeroing on what is required, get it out the way. Of course, true and false. If you get some true and false, then that is self-explanatory. Along with true and false, they can have matching statements. The statements, like matching statements. Say associate one statement with another statement, it have a link. But
Yes, sir.
to all these lists, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the next side of the matching, the They're not listed in the same order, so you have to maybe link 1 with A, 2 with D, 3 with whatever. I may have something like that. And then a case study. No. People, this is it. A case study is a scenario, a situation. In this case, a situation where a retail merchandiser have some challenges and have to find solutions to them. But you are the retail merchandiser, so if we say that the retail merchandiser named John Brown, then you are John Brown, whether the name Davian Cameron or Tenny Lady, you are John Brown. And if the retail merchandiser named Mary Jane, if the retail merchandiser named in the case study named Mary Jane, so whether you name Romario Moncrief or somebody, you are Mary Jane. All right, so you have to find solutions to the situation. All right. Any questions where that is concerned? The true or false and the matching, they may or may not be on the paper. But you're getting multiple choice and you're getting short answers and you're getting the case study. And my questions can only come from the units. And the units are merchandise products, merchandise fresh and frozen products. So listen, I don't care say you're not doing fresh and frozen products, you know. This is part of the course. So you have to know the information in it. You have to know your information on your workplace health and safety. I can tell you questions coming on that. Produce visual merchandising signs, prepare products for display merchandising, mount a small exhibition of products, build relationship with customers and suppliers. As I say, I'm going to look and see what my score is saying, because if you went at these classes, you need to hear, you need to listen to those classes. Create and maintain a merchandising display. That is what we covered today. Right, so those 7 units, that's where all the questions coming from. All the questions coming from those 7 units. All right. But what I think though is that a lot of them should be practical. So you know, if your plan should help you. If you're capturing a lot of this information in your plan, and everybody saw that a while ago that Tamaya just said. Anyway, yeah, if you, as I said, get intimate with the work that you have been putting in. You hear more about him relying on recordings. So you have to hear me again. Well, no problem. I have a responsibility to send them out to you, so I look and send them out. Yeah. But basically that. What can I say? No.
So which day is the test?
All right. Realistically, no, so I should be looking at a hold on, let me find my calendar, you know. It look hard for me to say Thursday, so I have to say realistically Tuesday.
Next week, Tuesday.
Yeah, that sounds more realistic to me. Because I put in the test together now, then I send it to my school for approval. Maybe she will be the one putting it up though.
Mr. Dixon,
Yes.
is the test going to be online or we're coming into school?
Oh man, I'm sure 9 out of 10. I think it's gonna be online,
Okay.
but I'll confirm it with Miss Cole. All right, Cameron.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, man, no problem. Oh, you're still in the country, Cameron?
I am.
How long you intend to stay there?
As soon as them bury the people, them
Oh,
have
oh,
2 days
oh,
in the family, so
oh my God. And you see, I heard some funeral own operators, they're really having it hard because they said that you're moving from having 5 days for burials to 3 days. That's terrible.
3 days.
Yes, the average funeral home, and let's say when they used to bury on a Saturday and a Sunday, you're talking about 40 persons that they're clearing maybe over those 2 days. So the bigger ones, maybe one day, them doing so much, over 20 burials. Now we're talking about Wednesdays to Fridays. That's rough. But my condolences, and I'm sure that's the sentiment of the rest of the group.
Thank
And because I'm telling you, we have a small group, but it is the number is achievable. From an institution point of view, they would have loved a large group, because hard trust and certification, the more they can certify, it's better for them and better for the country. Sometimes in reality, you don't have that, like in this situation. Yes.
When I'm
Yes, sir.
not with aspects, I don't have any road. So if I get this certification,
Yes. With the
because
grace.
they already have 2 for me and I haven't gotten it yet.
Okay. Wow. Well, Boys Town have a good history of persons getting their certificates. All right. So as I was saying, from an institution standpoint, they would have loved a lot more persons. But having this number, it is not bad. Remember I was saying, if the number was big, you'd have to have more than one group. But because of the size of the class, I said it would have been best to just have one group and you work together. So it means that it is excellent for you as a team to get this thing successfully done. All right. I'm really sorry that a few other persons were unable to complete with us, but I'm asking that the number that we have here now, including Crystal Swaby, I'm asking that you remain loyal to it and you complete it.
Sorry, excuse me.
Yes.
Like how most of the person come out the class, right?
Yes.
I
It's
know
not most,
somebody
it's not most, but some, yeah, a good number
a
still
good
based on this
amount come
one.
on.
Yeah,
Yes, I
about 5.
was saying that I know somebody who wanted to do this course, but I tell them say course start from in August, but them I say them would in love to join, but them would in try catch up on the notes and whatever they miss out.
So let me
So
ask you.
I'm asking on behalf of the
No, but
person.
let me ask you, Tamaya, because Davian tell me something like that now, and the person falter. And that was like, Davian, that was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks, maybe about 2 weeks ago. The person called me, spoke with me, and still falter. But let me ask you, though, Tamaya, big and serious. Realistically, you think that's possible?
I don't think as we just have a couple more weeks leave.
Yeah, rough. It's rough. At the time when Davian had spoken to me, I think it would have been possible for that lady. I think it would have been possible at that time if she had joined the classes.
She live in St. Mary.
Okay, well, listen, when people see us, when people are self-motivated, intrinsically motivated, they make things work. So, yeah, it doesn't matter where she unless you live in Westmoreland now, so I have issues. But right, it would have worked. It could have worked. Let me put it that way. But like for Tamaya friend now, that kind of rough. That kind of rough. Based on where we are now, kind of rough. Because we cover more than this is what? This is the third week? Or the third week now since we having this class?
Remember, we have 5 class left,
5 classes.
Yeah.
Look out, it not look realistic. You know that just this morning, it was the first question Miss Cole asked me. He said, Dixon, when it preparing to end this class? I'm telling her, well, we're still within the thing. I think it's like the 23rd of September or the 27th, one of them. I know why she asking me. The institution have some other courses that they want me to take up, not marketing courses, some entrepreneur, small business, and some. Right. So they want to ensure that the time that they had given me for this, that I complete it. I complete what I have to do. Yeah. So Tamaya, it look rough. I don't think I would recommend that. No. Kind of late. It's kind of late. And you're supposed to see it for yourself. Not so easy. No. All right. Any other concerns, comments, anything else that I think we can entertain? 12 o'clock now. So let me tell you what I have to do. I'm going to, when I come off, when we end this session, I'm going to my school emails to see what you send and forward them. The next thing that I have to do is that the document that Romario sent me, I have to read through that. And last but definitely not least, I'll just put together the test. What is it that you have to do? Do some reading.
Yes,
Sure.
study.
Mr. Dixon, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sir,
What?
try to not be too extra with the wording, please. Make the test very
Which
simple.
wording are you talking about?
Yes, sir. Make it simple.
Oh, test no, man. I'm not that type of
Spicy.
person, man.
And short.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know if I can make it super short, but what I'm saying that I construct my test like I relate to you, like I relate to simple.
I will say short.
Let me go back to simple. Yeah. Nothing.
Actually,
Yeah.
oh, like some of them last for.
But you have to understand though, as a level 2, we have to use like the Bloom's taxonomy. So, if it's level 1, it's just like to recall. But when you go level 2 now, you have to can explain and describe, and it depends on the words that they choose to indicate the higher level. And if you go level 3, you have to can analyze and evaluate and do some. But simple things, man.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so I have 3 things to work on. You have 2 things to work on. One is reading. What's the other thing that you have to work on?
The project.
Yeah, man, work on your responsibility. So you see, Romario, you have to start getting more serious. You have some role plays to do. You have to start identifying persons for the role plays on the day. So you need customer service rep, and you need customers, right? And customer service reps, more than one customer service rep, and you need 3 different customers. One is a supplier, one is a customer, one is a disgruntled customer. Need those. Need to identify those. Yep. All right. The next thing I'm going to ask that to the best of our abilities, we try and be at the class. Tell some feel away, you know. Ramara them can tell you. There's we had like 3 persons in the group. It was rough. It's a small group. So I'm gonna ask to the best of your ability, you know, you try and make those classes. Nothing beats being at the class. You know, getting the info is good and all of that, but nothing beats being at the class. It's so important that we try to be at the class.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thursday morning is one of the funerals.
Oh. Well, thanks for telling us from now, Davian. You have to can share whatever you see. You have to can share what you can share with us, so we don't jump to any conclusion as to, you know, why. Because sometimes persons have some real serious issue, and then because we don't know, you know, so the one that we are not making enough effort to come at the class them, but you communicate with, you know, the WhatsApp group. And that's not my head, you know, Davian. But you see, it's not in my head anymore.
It's not like that, sir.
Yeah, man. I believe you. I believe you. Right. So, you know, people, we all have challenges, and we pray that we are able to overcome them, you know, in our own little way, one at a time. One at a time. Sometimes challenges appear to be very overwhelming, but you need to understand something, class. I do not believe in problems. Because we know the English language, you know, we can play around and we don't have to use the word problem. As I said, I believe that in life we have different types of challenges, and we have to find ways. We have to come up with solutions to overcome them, one at a time. One at a time. You have to be strong mentally. You have to be strong mentally. Everybody have their own difficulties. Mine may be different from you, Davian, which may be different from Shaniqua, but everybody have them cross to bear. And we have to find ways to overcome them and still to survive and move ahead in life. And move ahead in life. They say this life is not for the weak. The weak get trampled on. So we have to try and have a strong personality, develop a stronger willpower, and so to achieve what we want. We have to set goals, achievable goals. We have to set goals that are achievable within and to achieve them by a particular time frame. Sometimes we set some goals, but the goals were unrealistic from day one when we set them. And when we do not achieve them, we throw up our hands and say, frustrated and stressed and whatever. When we did set bad goals from morning. Unrealistic goals. So we must set goals that are realistic and they are achievable, and we set a time frame that is feasible, that is real, that is realistic to can achieve it. Yeah, man. That's where the word I think that concept coming from when they say goals should be smart. Goals should be smart. So it's a smart means that it must be specific. So let me tell you this. If you say do a goal statement and you say, all right, I want to achieve a house and then a car and then I want to get a good job, that's not a good goal statement. One goal statement is I want to achieve a house. A next goal statement, I want to achieve a car. Another goal statement, I want to get a good job. But then you must put a timeline to it. So when we say goals should be specific, one at a time. Goals should be measurable. So you must be able to measure your performance going towards that goal. All right? You have to be putting other things in place to achieve that goal. Goals should be attainable or achievable. All right? That's A. If it is attainable and it is achievable, then it is realistic. So it is goals should be specific, goals should be measurable, goals should be attainable or achievable, goals should be realistic, and it must have a time frame. It must be time bound. It must achieve it within a particular time. So those are when you can match all of those acronyms now, the SMART, to a particular goal statement, then it is a SMART goal. Right? So that's how we have to deal with everything in our lives. Yeah. All right. That's a mouthful. And but I'm in a happy mood because I saw a good number in the class today, and that is good. And I hope that
And
with
I
the
wish it could
exception
be
of
like this.
yeah, just don't hit Tamaya. So I hope that with the exception of Davian on Thursday, everyone else will be here, and hopefully with Crystal, who have any internet issues, hopefully she will get over that and be with us. All right. Of course, I don't communicate a lot in the group. I see people communicating a lot, but if I have anything important to say, I will. But if I don't have anything to say, I won't. Because you seem to be doing a good job on your own. All right. All right. Have a productive day and keep safe. Keep safe. Anybody get the job already? So one of my friends leaving out this morning to get his job. Tani, I see your thing up like you're going to say you get the job. You get the job, Tani? The job, not the job. The corona, the vaccine.
This vaccine, no. But I
All
trust
right.
it.
Huh?
I don't trust that as yet.
Oh, not as yet. Okay. What I would ask of you, just for myself, because I haven't gotten it as yet. Miss Cole went and got it last week. That's why. Remember the day that we had to be communicating on the WhatsApp instead of the platform? That was the day that Miss Cole went. That's why she never set up the platform for us. But I'm not writing it off. I swear to you, I'm not writing it off. But I haven't gone as yet, but I don't know. But maybe for the country to open up back big time, maybe the majority of us have to take it. The reason why I'm saying that, all right, I follow up the English Premier League football. I love English Premier League football. All right, and I support Liverpool Football Club. And last season, they because of the corona in England, they did not allow spectators and supporters to go to the matches. Only the footballers play the matches in some empty stadiums. But I think England has achieved over 90% vaccination rate now. And they allow everyone to attend. When you look at the matches now, if a stadium can hold up to 100,000 persons, when the match play, 100,000 persons are in it. So that is saying to me that maybe here in Jamaica, if most of us don't take the vaccination, then the country will never be able to open up back as I would like it to be. I know that eventually though, if we are not vaccinated, it is going to prevent us from achieving some things. If you want to travel, you won't be able to do so. See them talking about our children being vaccinated. If not, they won't have the face-to-face classes. My son, now I have a concern. My son attends Kingston College and he's on the track team and they over the summer they because I'm tall and I'm training with the basketball team and stuff. We're not so happy with him being vaccinated, to be honest. So we haven't gotten him vaccinated as yet. Casey is saying they can't come face, they can't go face to face, they can't participate in sports and all of that. So it's like they started already. They started already in terms of preventing persons from achieving certain things unless you've been vaccinated. And I think it can only get worse. maybe a time will come if we are not vaccinated within a certain time, maybe by next year this time also. If you intend to be vaccinated after that, maybe you have to pay for it. Who knows?
Yes,
I
that's
see
what's
him. I
gonna
see him thing
happen.
somebody said to me the other day.
Yeah, maybe. So
Yes, that's what's exactly going to happen. So
yeah, possibly. So as I say, I have not ruled it out. It's just that I haven't done it as yet, but I haven't ruled it
Sure, but
out.
you know that a friend of mine tell me that in her neighborhood, this lady, her daughter just passed for I don't remember which school she passed for, but the mother went and checked the daughter to get the vaccine. And now the daughter is crippled. The vaccine crippled her.
Oh
what?
my God.
Yeah, be
I
a
saw
cry,
a
she a
case like
cry.
that on WhatsApp, overseas. Where the child, well, Jesus.
She take the
Say,
visor. I think the visor she take.
say, a person tell me say, in Bedrin, they come from Tavern, a place named Tavern up Papi inside. And his mother and father, them carry age. And him said, I'm going to take the vaccine, and two of them dead.
Yeah, there. You see?
What the hell is this? So, we don't even know if it's saying of people.
Me feel so
But
in this case, a lot of people have underlying sickness and them don't know. So them sick.
But that
And
is
then
what
you
the
go
vaccine
take.
is
that's
supposed to
the
help
thing.
against. Because
That's the
remember,
thing.
like my brother are
That's the
going to take
thing.
it. Okay, like my brother are going to take it this morning. In trouble with asthma. So, him must say, him think of the best thing for him, because if him not take it, and God forbid, and him catch a corona, more likely him dead, because corona coming like chicken gun, and you people that catch chicken gun are the worst thing I ever catch in my life, man.
Yeah.
Chicken gun, target the weakest part of your body, So if 10 years ago you did have a sprain ankle, when you catch a chicken gun, your ankle gone again, You understand? If you did have liver problem or kidney problem or same chicken gonna a lot of persons chicken gonna kill when it detect we So is it the same thing with the corona? It target your weak things. So if you trouble with asthma, and God forbid you catch a corona, man. Then I heard that when you reach hospital, because they had a limitation with the oxygen, and nurse was saying in the day, them turn on the oxygen. You see when night come, them lock it off. A lot of persons died in the night.
So much people dead the other day.
And a lot of
That's
people are
wicked
dying
news.
that the government is not reporting, because they cannot afford. All right. Remember saying, and everybody who dead from corona die at hospital, And those hospital alone, them are count, Look how much people there them yard, remote place and sick, and the symptoms them throw them down, kill them. The government not capture that. So a much larger number of persons are dying from it than what will ever be recorded. Let me tell you, and this is a strategy of government, any government. When chikungunya was killing off the people, the government could not report the true figures, Children up by, if you have anybody who work up by all children hospital, now imagine we as big people, when the chicken gonna take like it a throw it on. Can you imagine the little baby them also when they catch them? Them they did like rice grain. Elderlies were dying like rice grain. The government could not report the true figures at the time. And I'm sure that this present government is not reporting the true figures that are dying. It's gonna scare people. Hold on. Hold on. Take this card. Yeah, Rambo. Oh yeah, man. I'm wrapping up the class. All right, cool. Yeah, man.
But
So
one thing we know with this virus, hardly see kids catching the virus. The kids now, you hardly hear kids
all
get
right.
the virus.
All right, here what happened now. Here what happened.